airport all the way down to the Philippines. But sometimes it's not all about the taste. It comes a lot from our memories and the heart and the reasoning for why it becomes our favorite food.
Hi everyone! This is a podcast with two Asian American women
Sharing and learning about everyday life experiences cross-generationally.
Hi everybody! Welcome back. Happy AAPI month, which is Asian American Pacific Islander month. We are still in it, so because we are still in it, we have a special episode today. We are both wearing a little bit of our cultural pride.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit.
This is Pinoy Pride.
I feel like we're at a fashion show.
All of you Pinoys out there, I'm actually in a Filipino organization.
Ooh.
And we have a contest every year with the little kitties to create our t-shirt for the year. And so I am sporting this.
I love it. It looks so nice. It's fun.
Yeah, it's the jeepney. And all of y'all Filipinos know what this is.
Now you have to tell us, though, because I don't know.
So the jeepney is, like here in the U.S., I guess it's the taxi cabs, the yellow taxi cabs.
Yeah.
Right? In the Philippines, it's one of two. You either have your jeepney, which is like the taxi cab, but it's a public transportation.
Okay.
Okay, and it's all dressed up with a whole lot of decorations and all, like, they really bling it out.
Oh.
Or the tricycle, which is a little, motorcycle thing with a carrier on the side, and it's also a public transportation. So it's one of two things. The jeepneys are more where there's a lot of people,
Okay.
while the tricycles, they're more, since it's able to transport 2 or 3 passengers, they're more in the rural areas or in places where it doesn't take too far to get from point A to B.
Awesome.
But
I want to ride a jeepney. That's
It's
great.
fun. It's a lot of people, and they're all hanging. I know that they also have them in India, and they're so flavorful.
So they're
when you watch
like
video.
a public transportation bus, but just blinged out. Is that what you
Like very blinged out,
so neat.
without windows, like a Jeep. It's like without windows, everything. People cram in. If it supposedly seats 20, there are 40 because some of them are hanging on the literally just their foot, and then they're hanging on to it. It's
Wow.
It's quite spectacle to watch.
Okay. All right. If we're ever in the Philippines, or tell us your experience if you've ever been on a jeepney too.
Yep.
That's neat.
And then what about you?
I am wearing a traditional top part is the chipao. So I actually didn't wear this a lot growing up. I just kind of recently found out more about it by understanding a little bit about the culture. But upon reading about it, I wanted to share with y'all a little bit. It is the embroidered patterns has an auspicious meaning, and they carry deep symbolic weight. So there's dragons, phoenixes for harmony, or peonies for prosperity. So what's on mine?
It's there. You have the fish.
Oh, okay, a fish.
You have
That
a
is
fish.
prosperity too, I believe, usually.
And it's mostly fish.
Fish.
So
okay.
I think it's prosperity. Can you give it to me so I can get a lot of
Yes,
sales?
yes. Yeah, we'll pass it over to her, and I'll wear her shirt.
It'll fit on my arm.
Oh, stop it. Oh my gosh. So I'm excited because it's not only AAPI month, but you had an opportunity to go back to your roots and visit the Philippines.
Yes, I just visited the Philippines, and I wanted to do something to kind of capture my travel and at the same time have something for Gen XYU. So you all keep watching. It is about my trip to the Philippines. It is about, and the question, because every time we talk about our cultures, it always points to food.
Yeah.
What are our favorite foods?
Yes, and I feel like food can be such a great place to start a conversation about culture. And so you went to the Philippines and asked what are their favorite foods, a few people, and which you'll see next. But I'm curious, what is your favorite food from your culture?
My favorite food, period. Like if it was the last meal,
Yeah.
if I was given one last meal before, leaving the earth, it would be gatang crabs.
Gatan crabs.
So gatang crabs, gata means like cooked with coconut milk.
Ooh.
And my dad, who has since passed away, the region of the Philippines that he's from, which is the Bicol area, cooks a lot with the coconut milks and what they call gabi, which is like this vegetable. Okay, they cook a lot with the vegetable and coconut milk.
Okay.
And when we came here to America, he started cooking with crabs because we love seafood, we love crabs, but with crabs, coconut milk, cooked with we don't have gabi, which is, I don't even ask me, Ely, what the heck gabi is in American, but it's sort of like a spinach.
Okay.
So he cooks that. And even when I was in college, if he wanted me to come home to visit, because we like to party and stuff. So in college, he'll even call me and say, "Ooh, I cook gatang crabs," and I'll always go home. That is my most favorite dish. I can't make it at all. I
could
can't
try.
make it. No, I can't make it. It's a lot of Filipino dishes. It's not necessarily that they're hard to cook, but the prep time for all of
Yeah.
it is ridiculous. That
Yeah.
I never want to.
Right.
know.
Yeah. So
And you,
that dish sounds very similar to a Thai
Thai
dish, right?
yes.
Is it similar to Thai dish?
It's a very. I'm part of this podcast, and it's the awakening of discovering more about my culture, and then obviously some of the Philippines and how it came about and the people in that, and us, and part of that Silk Route, and how and I'm still learning. Okay, so y'all don't kill me for being so ignorant on my culture, but supposedly the folks in the Laos, Cambodia, Thailand kind of shifted or migrated somehow to the Philippines. So a lot of the really, really, really ethnic foods,
Yes.
that's kind of where it came from.
Wow, that's interesting.
Because like there's the more modern Filipino, the adobo and whatever, that's
Lumpia.
very Spaniard, very Spanish. But like some of the real ethnic foods, like when you go deep into, the rural, the mountainous areas and stuff like that, that really have the ethnic, traditional folks still there, have a lot of these cooking, like, that seem to kind of have a little bit of the Cambodia, Laos, Thai, history or,
Nice.
Elements in it.
That's great. Yeah, I didn't know that piece, so it's interesting. It's fascinating. For Taiwan, Japan took over a stint of time, and a significant stint. And when my grandma grew up there, she was taught to speak Japanese, and so she knew Taiwanese, Japanese, and Mandarin growing up. So 3 languages. Right. But what correlates is that Japanese culture to Taiwan, you'll see a lot of those bento boxes, right? A lot of those things that have come from the Japanese influence.
Right.
So it's fascinating to learn about those things and even the respect piece with Japanese has been in the Taiwanese culture too. But you asked me earlier.
Your favorite food.
My favorite food is hands down. Well, I have 2, but I'll mention one for now. Hands down, it's my grandma's pork stew. It's called lulo. So it's lulo, yeah. So it's pork stew cooked for hours, and kind of like maybe adobo in a sense, in a little bit like it's a stew in a sense, but it has an egg too. So that is marinated into that
But
stew.
is the egg hard boiled or
It's
egg
hard-
broken?
Good question. It's hard boiled and then peeled into that.
Okay,
So you
gotcha.
after you peel it, you put it
You throw
into
it in
that.
there,
Yep.
okay.
And then
Lulo.
lulo, and you put it over rice. So you only
Gotcha.
need a little bit, typically like a
Yeah.
couple chunks of pork that are usually very, very tender, and then the egg, and you mix it together. But it always reminds me of growing up and my grandma feeding me that, and my dad. What my dad reminds me of is beef noodle soup, because they are both cooks and chefs. So he
Yes.
always cooked beef noodle soup, Taiwanese beef noodle soup, and it is delicious. The flavors, I mean, we have to do a taste testing
Yes.
at one point, at least pictures today,
Right.
hopefully some pictures. But those flavors of the Taiwanese beef noodle soup and the lulo are just out of this world, and they remind us of me of growing up and home in a sense, in my culture, because I think a lot of times we're used to in the morning eating eggs in American culture, right? But I would actually rather have rice and lulo, or beef noodle soup, which I used to eat for breakfast
Right.
for 7 days a week. So it's just interesting to see that, hear that.
So from that take, enjoy my my video clips from my travels. Some I took from the airport all the way down to the Philippines. But I want you all to really listen to what each of the folks talk about on why it is their favorite food. Because just like me and Ely presented to you our favorite foods, sometimes it's not all about the taste. It comes a lot from our memories and the heart and the reasoning for why it becomes our favorite food. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy it.
Enjoy.
Hi, I have a podcast, Generation XYU. Can I ask you a question?
Yes,
One Asian food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
curry.
And what makes that so special to you?
It's the sauce and the bagoong and the vegetables.
And for anybody that doesn't know what kare-kare is,
It's
It is-
made of oxtail and vegetables
and it's
with Filipino.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Hi there. Hi. If you only, hang on to that. If you only had one Asian food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Salad rolls,
And,
like Thai rice paper salad rolls.
and why that?
I like how fresh they are. I like the peanut sauce that's usually served with the salad roll.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Only had one Asian food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Vietnamese food because I'm Vietnamese.
If you had one Asian food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Thai food.
And what makes that special?
I don't know, just a lot of it, a lot of variety, a lot of flavors.
Great.
Yeah, just I've been there a couple times and still dream about the food.
So I'm interviewing Kyle. Kyle, if you have one Asian food to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Adobo.
Why?
Because these are a Filipino cuisine of it's a Filipino cuisine of the Philippines. It's one of the best cuisines or the dishes here in the Philippines. It's which is the adobo.
Great, thank you. I'm talking to Divine. Divine, if you have one Asian food left to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It will be sinigang.
Sinigang, why?
Sinigang is a kind of dishes that is soury and so creamy. That's it's give me so asymptotic moment when it comes to food. So I would like that to eat in a very last moment in my life.
Perfect, thank you. Excuse me.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Ellen from Generation X, Y, and U. May I ask you a question?
Sure.
If you only have one Asian food to eat for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Well, other than rice, because that goes with every side dish, my favorite Filipino food for the rest of my life would be kare-kare. It's like a peanut butter stew with oxtail, and It's my favorite meal, and I can't see myself giving it up for a certain amount of time. So that would be that curry curry.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I am here with JB, who is the owner and co-owner of,
Sonsing.
and your other restaurant is?
It's called The Bakery.
Okay, and you are where?
Sonsing is located here at Bangantalinga, and the bakery is near Iba Cathedral, Zone 4, Magsaysay Avenue.
And the other one is?
It is a bakery cafe, and we serve more of Western food.
Perfect. So my question to you is, if you only had one Asian food to eat for the rest of your life, what would that be?
No brainer, it's probably going to be adobo. My mom's adobo. Chicken adobo.
And what makes that so special?
Cooked by my mom and cooked with love.
Excuse me. Yes. Hi, I'm Ellen from Generation X, Y, and U. May I ask you a question?
Sure, why not?
If there is only one Asian food that you can eat for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Would probably be sisig or lechon.
And what makes that special? And what food is it from?
Sisig is like a chopped off pig on a sizzling plate. It's mostly I found a good one in Cebu and House Lechon, so that's my favorite.
Cebu, where is that?
Cebu, it's another island in the Philippines. I forgot where it was, but it was good.
And what makes sisig and I forget that other one? What makes it special to you that you would eat it for the rest of your life?
Sisig, I like the texture. It's very crunchy, so that's why I like it.
Hi there. I'm Ellen from Generation XYU podcast in YouTube. I have a question for you. If there is only one Asian food that you can eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Biko. The rice, anong tawag sa biko? Biko, what we call biko. From rice, sticky rice.
Why biko? What makes it special?
Well, I have a lot of friends from the other countries. Sabi nila, dito lang daw matitikman yung biko sa Philippines. So, that is, sabi kong kakaiba rin sa Philippines, biko.
So if you only have one Asian food to eat for the rest of your life, isa lang, what would it be?
Same din.
But why?
Masarap kasi siya and talagang malilamlam. And haluan mo siya ng mga mango, ganun.
So she says that she wants a biki because it is sweet and delicious. Thank you.
And he's right.
Hello. Kung isa lang ang ulam na makain mo for the rest of your life, ano yon?
Okay. Hello po. Ang gustong-gusto kong ulam ay saluyot at ampalaya.
Ano yan? I-explain mo kung ano yang ulam at paanong lutuin.
Ito po ay isang dinengdeng dito sa Pilipinas na iniluluto po siya sa bagoong. At ang sahog niya ay hipon. Yun po ang pinakamasarap at gustong-gusto ko. Pakuluin mo yung tubig, tapos ilagay mo yung saluyot, and then lagyan mo ng bagoong, and then pag kumulo, ilagay mo na yung ampalaya and hipon. Yun po.
So for those of you that don't know, saluyot is a leafy green vegetable, very similar to potato leaves. And then she says that she would boil it and all that stuff, put okra in it, and then add bagoong. And bagoong is a shrimp paste. And then that would be her favorite dish for the rest of your life. Bakit? Bakit iyon ang paborito mo? Ano ang storya na why is it so special?
Special yun para sa akin kasi yun yung pinakamasustansya na gulay na gustong-gusto ko. yung saluyot leaves.
And she says that the reason she likes it is because for her it's the most nutritious of all of the vegetables to her. Okay, thank you po. Mr. Cruz, our manager here at the hotel. If you only have one Asian food that you can eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Lechon.
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 What makes that so special?
Well, lechon is very unique actually in terms of the crispy of his skin and the savory of his meat is very soft, and because of the national one of the national food in the Filipino, this is always center in the food arrangement. That's why I love lechon. It's traditional, and when you say lechon, it is Philippines.
Thank you very much.